Shadow Demon so far.
Does EG though? It could be
SD
like
Beastmaster, usually. With TB, Luna.
Yeah. I mean, that would be wonderful. What about a Lycan for friends? It's something their Navi brothers do like to pull out from time to time and love to pair it together with the Beastmaster.
Yeah, to be honest, after the nerfs to Metamorph, probably Lycan would be a much more stable pick for that.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, banning Universe Heroes.
Banning the Earth Spirit against friends. They find that threatening. Friends still pull it out from time to time. I believe we saw it.
No
yesterday.
fear, a very, very good Earth Spirit player.
Yeah. And then the Darkseer's got to
and
go.
And there's the Terrorblade.
So we'll see here if friends do opt to keep on the illusion core trend, reaching out for options like your Morphling, for example, or if they do try to do something a bit more high tempo. As Morphling and Shadow Demon is good and all, but as we know, Morphling does require quite the build-up.
A lot of options here for EG. I really like that. Of course, you expect when they pick Mirana that it's most likely going to end up in the hands of Sumail in the mid lane, but Zai also does play support Mirana. PPD's played it in the past.
Yeah. I mean, EG could get like a Night Stalker in on the mix if it is a core Mirana. Mirana benefits a lot from the nighttime vision. It's good to have the darkness against Beastmaster in his vision a bit. Who really knows? And they're one of the only teams that's still running Night Stalker, apparently. This is always like kind of the expected part of the draft. It's always in the second phase with this team and these teams. That's when stuff kind of gets a bit hairy.
Well, they definitely need heroes that can deal damage after all. They have a good setup, good defensive support on SD. Well, it really depends on how much they want to build on being on Dire, whether they have a lineup that can abuse the Roche.
Is it too scary to get this trusty Dazzle pick here to pair with your Shadow Demon?
That's fine too. That's
very defensive, but
you know, double defensive supports. Some people can irk at that a bit, but you know, it's just the trusty duo.
I mean, if you do that, then you're most likely poised to build your draft around 5 manning, and you have a very solid lineup that can allow you to group up. Then you have 2 defensive supports to protect you from sieging.
Yeah.
Ogre, so that's the other extreme, right? You're gonna pick up the support.
So Ogre,
that lets you force
this
the
hero
action.
he's in the meta, I guess.
Has been picked almost every game.
Yeah, he's suddenly just the hot pick. He's the new Earth Spirit, you know. He's just like the new thing.
I mean, he does everything better than Earth Spirit.
He doesn't move fast.
Apart from the move fast, yeah.
No, he doesn't give you nearly as much team.
I mean, in the early game.
In the early game, yeah, he's gonna bully you around.
Yeah, early game is definitely the emphasis because that's where both of them make their first huge stride. You don't want to have to fall back on trying to farm your way into a level 6 territory. But yeah, Ogre's definitely a bruiser. And doesn't even have to worry about too much of like a little mosquito Ricky through the early game.
Oh, that mosquito Ricky is very annoying too, you know? You have to buy so much sentries.
Yeah. Yeah, I you know, most teams, that's why they ban them. Don't have to play that kind of Ricky game.
Well, they're gonna have Necrobook 3 anyway. At some point, against the Moonlight and the Ricky.
So what do EG go for now to throw into the hat here? Already a very flexible lineup, so they can pretty much go any which way with this. If they want to fall back and get what's left for Hero,
I think they
need Universe, for example.
might need setup for the arrow and even the smoke. Having heroes that can actually initiate.
Initiation heroes, I mean...
No. Witch Doctor. Yeah, well, there's, I guess, a little bit of initiation and
Sumail Witch Doctor for sure.
Oh God, now, this is a hero that PPD's talked a lot about in the past. That it's got a lot of utility. It's got wave clear, can farm the jungle if it needs to with cask.
And the other thing is because they might be worried about Beast and Ogre dual lane pressure.
Yeah.
You want to cast to kill the ball from the Beast in the laning phase.
You think Ogre here is? I'm sorry. You think Witch Doctor here is better than Dazzle?
Specifically against the Beastmaster, yes.
That's the thing is, it's like, this is all for the hate on the Beastmaster. It's like, if you want jungle, we got a Ricky. You want to go to the lane, we got a Witch Doctor. Screw you. Nowhere safe for this Beastmaster now, unless they go mid.
I mean, their dual lane is still pretty strong though. Ogre plus Beast if they do that.
If they do that. Yeah.
So as long as they pick a carry that can actually deal with that, it should be fine for them with the Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Like friends right now have heroes that make the carry very strong, like Ogre, SD, and Beastmaster, all heroes that make your carry very strong. You can protect him, you give him buffs, give him good vision.
So I like the Jug here. Again, it can be either mid or safe lane, given that it's the CIS teams, or at least VP for the most part, have
Mostly
been
safe
running
lane.
at safe lane.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's mostly run as like a big carry hero. You get better for it and you keep farming. Yeah. They have 3 heroes that can make that Juggernaut very strong. So most likely 4 heroes that fight around the Juggernaut. And for EG, whether they go for, I mean, I would mostly consider Slug pretty good versus Juggernaut.
Yeah,
Slug.
Slark is nice to have against
Yeah.
the Jeb.
Yeah, but your laning phase would be very weak. That's always the issue of picking Slug.
Oh, they're going to go the Lycan themselves. Okay.
Not the team I was expecting to go for the Lycan, but nonetheless, there he is.
So
It's rather strange though. They
yeah, you
choose-
worry about Lycan getting picked on in lane 2.
They're
don't
on
you?
Radiant and they don't really have a strat that pushes well. Like Ricky and Mirana are heroes that fight around early game. They try to kill a lot of heroes instead of killing objectives. I guess they want a Lycan to do that for them. But generally you build Lycan into what friends have, like the Beastmaster, the SD, the Ogre.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange though, but everything EG has been doing today has been strange.
Well, it does give you another tool to generate some vision, along with the Ricky roaming around, and you need to counteract that.
I mean, they're gonna buy sentries for sure anyways. You have Mirana, Ricky, Lycan Wolves.
That's true.
I really have no idea what they'll do next, yeah. I mean, Friends banned out Timber, which is a nice hero after all, but that would mean that it's definitely only the Lycan really being the tower pusher.
I still think they need setup though, initiation.
Yeah.
Like Lycan needs a team to have initiation so he can actually
I just don't
kill
know
heroes.
what position it is they're looking for.
So Friends are worried about. I guess EG showed Zai Timber in game 1, but Friends are still thinking about maybe that Mirana might be support. Else, wow, okay.
That's initiation.
Yep.
And you have the debuff for Beastmaster and you remove the stun.
Well, there was for quite a long time, Universe held a record for Legion Commander in Pro Dota 2 matches. He actually went 12 for 12 in one game with duels. He cast duel 12 times. He got a duel win every time. I want to say that that's been broken since. Unfortunately, that has been down. But I would like to see. I wonder if this will be a Universe LC. I wonder if this could be an LC mid.
Universe Ricky. Universe Marana. Who knows?
That's a really good pick here.
And then we
that's
got
a very
the
good
Greed.
pick. I agree.
Alright.
It makes their draft very solid overall. Like they have 2 cores, good Roshan with Alchemist plus Beastmaster.
Okay,
Juggernaut.
Sumail Ricky. Sumail Legion mid.
Okay.
Sumail
And
Ricky.
we are going to see get out of here. We are going to see the Universe Legion Commander as Kyle Guy is trolling you guys.
Sumail Marana.
Yep. So I think Winter and I will probably hang out for a few minutes here, see if Draskell is feeling any better.
Thanks,
I'm
friends.
wondering if they are gonna do greedy though, like Legion jungle, Ricky offlane.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it feels like the game where they had Timber.
You think they're gonna leave off lane? You think they're gonna leave top lane just open?
No, I mean Ricky will be going to the top lane.
Ugh.
Remember what they did in the first game where they had the Timber on the off lane and they had the Beastmaster jungle? They could do the same thing with Legion jungle and Ricky off lane.
Yeah, but can Ricky really soak XP? I mean, they're definitely gonna be buying sentries. He said that.
Yeah, but if the enemy doesn't expect it, then they won't have sentries in the lane.
Alright, well, regardless, we'll get started here. It's our final game of the second series for day 3 coverage here at the Star League Invitational. It's Friends versus Evil Geniuses here.
Okay, and you have a look at Universe's items going in. He probably expects to at least spend a little bit of time in lane.
Yeah, no Insta Iron Talent.
No
or any
Iron
funny
Talent.
business for him. And G gets up one of his old comfort picks in the Alchemist here.
Yeah.
And we have to see how much emphasis EG want to put on this Alchemist game. You know, keeping tabs on those bounty runes and trying to just keep him in check from really being a problem.
Oh, they have pretty good heroes to snag off the rune though. Arrow and Ricky.
Yep. And it's not going to be easy for G to creep out there unless he gets some sort of serious buddy system in play. But he's got good bodyguards for that. You know, Ogre, it's pretty nice. Shadow Demon will be nice to help him out.
And G in a much better position in this game, it looks like, to get off to a strong start. The Mirana in lane against the Alchemist. She's going to get her farm, but he's going to get his. She has a hard time harassing him with her early right clicks.
Yeah, that matchup is actually really good for Alchemist.
Yeah, it is.
Like the way Mirana has to play the matchup, as he has to always constantly look for opportunities to kill the Alchemist. If you just focus on farming, Alchemist will be having a very good time in that lane. Because it's very hard for Mirana to farm under the acid.
Bounty secured.
Yep, he will get that level 1 bounty room with greed skilled, so.
I think Ricky saw that ward. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Easy 100 gold there for Zai before the creeps even make it to the lane. So he'll get a nice start there, and he'll begin to do his annoying Ricky thing, I'm sure.
Oh, they're tri-laning bottom.
Looks like it. Shadow
Juggernaut
Demon.
as the ogre.
Yeah, I mean, there is kill potential for sure. Just wonder if their other lanes can suffer from so much attention being down here in the bottom lane, and they could allow this Legion Commander to get too much in the top lane.
Oh, that lane is actually quite good for Legion, because you can kill the ball with your nuke.
Yeah, very unfamiliar matchup we don't get to see too often, but does seem to be one that Universe could do very nicely in.
Yeah, I think Legion Commander overall should be able to win this matchup handily if nothing out of the order happens. So see no fear here, starting to rotate around.
Well, that's part of the reason that Beastmaster went from first phase every time around the time of the last Starlighter tournament to a little bit less valued, just because you could exploit that hero in certain 1v1 matchups. Of course, you think about Tide ordinarily, but maybe Legion can do the same thing here.
Yeah, I guess Legion works better against certain heroes, but I guess you're right about the Tide. Against most melee heroes, he should be able to do very well.
And then the Timber for going against Sand King and stuff. It's definitely funny how that works out.
I think Sand King has to be like the hero to go for.
Oh, Sand King is
melee,
like
melee versus
melee on melee.
Yeah.
anytime you know you
about
get that
Axe?
matchup.
He's
A
a
little
big
action in the bottom lane, get the
Spin.
disruption and spin. I think Fear is going to be able to surprise this.
Fine.
Yep.
PPD has heal with the restoration.
And so far, that dual lane bottom holding its ground against the tri lane.
Yeah, so that would
And
mean
Zai
that,
being a pest mid.
yeah, because that could give all 3 lanes to EG. If that even ends up being a bit of a wash in the bottom lane, like this will be a huge success for EG in the laning phase.
Yeah, in top lane, as we expected, Legion is ahead of the Beastmaster, but
Ahead of everybody. 13
yeah,
CS
by
right
a
now.
pretty good margin.
Universe doing a great job here. I don't know if eventually friends will be like, okay guys, we'll need some help up here. I mean, there's help coming, but it's not for friends, it's
I
for
think
EG.
their primary purpose of doing their laning right now is to focus on shutting down the Lycan or slowing down the Lycan. So I don't think they will be prioritizing too much on helping the Beastmaster. He's most likely going to be left to his own device, and his teammates will just focus on slowing the Lycan down.
I hope it's worth it though, because we have more trouble coming the way of Yoku here in the top lane. With Zai getting involved, they almost get him killed.
He's going to be forced out of the lane at this rate.
Yeah, look at the start that this Legion's off to.
Just going very well there.
Yeah,
Sumail
so
still holding
it's a
his
very
own.
good matchup, so I think we kind of expect that.
Sure.
It's not much the Beastmaster can do.
He might just have to, you know, deal with it for now in hopes that the Alchemist will grind back his way into farm and Beastmaster will find his own path.
But then Sumail off to a strong start mid.
They finally have found their opportunity to strike. They'll make the
there
move
you
to the
go.
trees and they will get it done. It's going to be Zai who drives first blood for Evil Geniuses.
Boy, and EG really, again, as we said in game 1, just getting so much on the map early.
I mean, right now, at least Alchemist is losing his lane quite badly.
Yeah, and those
I just
denies are a lot
realized
more significant now.
So many denies, and I mean, I guess overall for him, if he's not dying the lane, he should be still doing okay. No
Well,
stacks because they are doing aggro tri-lane.
yeah, that's a downside. So it'd be nice if you could at least get to some runes to at least find some extra gold that way.
I think you gotta bail on this aggro try.
Yeah, but they are doing a good job slowing the Lycan. Lycan has 6 last hits after 4 minutes. That's pretty good for friends.
And Zai's found the bounty rune at the top lane too, so that is going to be taken away from G. In addition, so this is just a wonderful start for EG.
Yeah, and as you said, the Lycan is getting slowed down, but you're losing the other 2 lanes.
Yeah, it depends on how you see it.
But at what
What
cost?
is more important, like slowing down the Lycan, giving the Legion free farm?
Yeah. Let the Legion have a great lane, let Sumail have a great lane experience
Yeah.
here. And Zai open for even more kill opportunities here. Mid lane committing in, and they'll get it with a Star Storm. Alchemist going to be going down, but Zai could lose his own life as he tries to juke and jive between the trees. It's not going to matter.
That's worth it.
Yeah, it's certainly worth to be able to get the mid laner down.
So ordinarily, the way I look at it is slowing down the Lycan is a really good thing relative to the Alchemist, because Lycan can't necessarily flash farm stacks like Alk can to catch up, but because of the complete lack of stacks and the fact that Alk is going to be behind in levels, Alk is going to have a harder time catching up in this game.
I think apart from that, it's like the Legion getting free farm, how much it would influence the game.
Yep.
That's the other issue.
What do you do when you're the Legion and you're getting this much farm in the game? Do you opt for going straight to someone like the Blink so that you can just take advantage of her initiation and get some early duels in?
I'm thinking whether you go Armlet first because you're having such a good game.
Armlet.
It's funny because like for most offlaners I would be like, yeah, absolutely, but Universe, I've never really noticed Universe like if he never goes for those greedy picks, greedy options. Like, he's like, nope, I'm gonna stick to what I would have got even if it was a bad lane.
It's like a stable. His playstyle is very stable. He doesn't try to do too much. He just tries to go for the safest play, the safest build.
Yeah. So that's where I was like, Armlet sounds cool, but I don't know if Universe wants to do that or not. He might just go with what works normally. I don't fault him too much on it. I mean, after Blade, or after a Blink, do you get a Blade Mail too? Shadow Blade? This is, for
I think Shadow Blade. I like the Shadow Blade after.
After Blink?
Yeah.
I think it's
or even before, you can use it to replace the Blink, so you can kill heroes easier by your own.
Yeah, I like it. I definitely like it as like a Blink substitute.
2-on-1 here. Zai is having to harass him a bit, and arrow right down the river makes it very hard to sidestep here if you're G. Eats a full Star Storm here. Will they take down the Alchemist again? They certainly will. This is a little detrimental to Friends' early game here.
Oh, we might be able to get this kill. Arrow's coming off cooldown.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Just in time as No Fear breaks out from the trees and is able to cut right.
2 deaths for the Alchemist, and once again, it's actually Beastmaster that's been forced to back up and farm his own jungle, so you're not necessarily going to have those stacks.
Yeah, not good at all. No stacks for Alk to fall back on. He hasn't been able to get too many bounty runes here. He's died twice. Not a great start. Meanwhile, we see Universe continue to get more and more. His highest CS in the game still, 51-7. And then you have the Jug, though, I guess, for Friends. That's like their best thing. Is like because of this aggro setup in the bottom lane, he's been able to kind of farm pretty well for his team. Straight to phase for him. Yeah. Does he need to do more of a fighting build-up, or do you get on the back of this Alk and just try to grind?
I think fighting build, probably, like Yasha. I don't think getting Battle Fury will be that great for his team. Because right now, they are paying the price for doing this aggro tri-lane, and the other 2 lanes have suffered a lot because of that. The Riki has been doing a lot of work influencing the outcome of the other 2 lanes. So they have to use this Jug to help the rest of the team now. Like he's the only one that got a really good start.
Yeah, and Alchemist 3rd in net worth at the 8-minute mark. That's not what you're supposed to see. He's praying for a bounty rune. It looks like he's going to get it.
They dive in. They're looking to take down their Shadow Demon here. He gets the disruption off on the Riki and a Soul Catcher, but Universe is going to be happy to jump in. And, he doesn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Could have been some free damage there, but I think he might have just accidentally walked into him and got off the auto attack or something. Nonetheless, still a kill for EG, and they can live the duel on another day. But as a response play, Friends have been able to make their advancement and taking down a tier 2 in the bottom lane, so they're still working on their objective path. Ooh, okay, okay, there, Cupid. Nice little arrow. Shadow Demon gets off the combo and runs. Run. Don't get caught by the Star Storm. Gets out the dust and uh-oh. Sumail might not be able to make it away here. No Fear steps in, gets him with the stun, and Zai's here now. Zai comes in, then they clean up. They'll make it possibly 2 kills now after they finish off the Shadow Demon. But the Ogre might be a bit too fat here, and with that TP rotating in, they decide to pull off. 5-1 EG off to a very good start.
Yeah, they're still trying to set up for the arrow here.
What happened to the Alk? It looks like he's going to go on an adventure in the bottom lane instead, and that's why we see Aloha Dance here in the middle now on his Jug.
And Universe with 9-minute blink timing. Aloha Dance does pick up the Omni Slash kill, but they're going to have to be careful for duels now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Zai will let everyone know, okay guys, Omni's on cooldown. Let's go. And with a Blink Dagger in hand, Universe starts heading towards this bottom lane. Let's get some dual damage. And Yoku seems like a decent target
It's more
here.
like they need to help the Lycan now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that helps too. Let's get some damage and help Fear.
Oh
Or
man, if they catch, yeah, okay. They're gonna move the Ogre down just to watch the Alchemist a little bit as he tries to catch up on the Ancients.
and EG could see them coming in. Well, they'll see the Alk head back up now. But they were already making a move for this Beastmaster, and it looks like they're going to stalk him and spot him with the Wolves. PBD makes his move in. Uh-oh, Yoku. I don't think that's happening, buddy. They should see him. They didn't blink. They didn't duel.
No,
It looked like it might have been just out of range.
He actually didn't micro the wolves.
Oh, the
at
Wolves
the
didn't
end.
follow him
They
there at the
didn't
end?
follow him.
Oh. It's hard to tell from here because we have map hacks and we can see everything. We know we saw the Wolves came across him at one point, but yeah, he must have jumped into a darker corner and the Wolves couldn't seek him. I don't know. Unfortunately, for EG, they come up short on that pickoff. Good for Friends as Yoku will be able to make it back and away.
And they're gonna see the blink and from the Legion.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate way to make a debut of your Blink Dagger. And it's going to be something that Friends do take note of moving forward here. In the meantime, though, looks like Fear has been able to finish off his Vlads. And, careful. Zai avoids the dust here. Uh-oh, doesn't avoid that obs. The sentry gets dropped and suddenly they see a little Ricky in the corner. He's gonna have to pop down the smoke screen and, well, it looks like he will get disrupted. Tries to go for the jump. Can he find his way back into invisibility? Sumail steps in, tries to help with an arrow, but it's not gonna be happening. They do manage to get Zai down, but here comes the rest of the EG forces as they advance on in.
The coconut
bounces back between the two and they decide to go for the fat target. They'll get the Ogre down. And that will be the first damage awarded to Universe on this one. Sumail gets the last hit, making a killing spree for his Mirana. I'm sure it feels good by him to kind of be on a hero that really can contribute some, good overall damage and stuff.
Sumail gonna have a super early timing on his Zags.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, he's farmed. And his farm's only gonna get better when that Axe comes online.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Elk got his armlet, so that seems pretty safe, but at this point in the game, if your Alk isn't above everyone and starting to build that huge advancement in net worth, because in a normal good Alk game, you're looking at a net worth chart like this and you see Alk at the top like so much further than everyone else.
The rule of thumb is that Alk should be about 20% ahead in farm. That's about what Grubal's Greed accounts for on average, and the truly good timings when Alk's getting a really good lane, you'll see Armlet Radiance at like 14 or 15 minutes. He's going to be nowhere near that in this game.
Yeah, he's still trading off that net worth advantage just with Sumail right here. They will get a nice little takedown onto Zai in the bottom lane. Good move in. And, Friends will scrap whatever they can at this point. But doesn't feel out of their realm. Not like the last game they're winner. Looks like they still have a good game plan in motion. But, as I say that, jump in from Universe, sets it up along with Sumail between the Starstorm proc and, of course, the burst coming out from Universe. They make quick work of the Alchemist and more dual damage coming the way of Universe. Now 20.
Yo, this blink has been doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
For Legion.
It's like a interesting little poor man's Bat Rider lasso. Finding nice little quick setups, and I think the difference here is this Bat Rider gets stronger and stronger after every time they land a successful lasso.
Yeah, and the Blink's been doing a lot of work despite getting nothing out of the initial reveal.
Man, Zai just stalking him. Always kind of keeping tabs on where Friends' movements are, and this is where you end those games where it's like, what is the Ogre really doing? Is it feeling like he was able to do his job in the early part of this game? They set up this aggro lane to try to punish the Lycan. Has he been really even punished enough? He still falls pretty much behind everyone in the core department, so Fear is still feeling, a bit underfarmed.
Yeah, but
the attention's going to be off of him now and on towards the Legion Commander and the...
It's like the expense of the other two cores getting so much.
Yeah.
So whether it's worth it or not, I'm not
now he
sure.
just has to, hit Ancients and allow his team to do the rest of the work for him in the meantime. Well, Zai is going to be enough of an annoyance for Friends. I mean, if Friends have to commit ultis and a lot of spells to take down the Ricky, then so be it. But otherwise, they're going to be a team that can be able to make all sorts of setup plays happen and deter attention away from the Lycan so that the Lycan can be a big bad wolf.
No, he's indeed going for the blade, man.
All right.
after his blink.
And Blade Mill's pretty good. No, obviously really nice if you get in a duel situation versus the Jug, regardless of spin or not, against the Alk.
EG not looking to farm. They're looking to go.
Is that the appropriate move, you think, with EG and where they currently stand? I mean, I know they need probably a little bit more of a build-up on their Lycan, but is it safe for them to kind of continue to move forward and start to, you know, they'll get the last tier 1 here in the bottom lane, but do you think Roche should be on their agenda before they advance for tier 2? Oh, they got him. And yeah, the spin is off, but the duel goes on and the damage comes in. Now up to 34.
Is that 3 for 3?
Oh, this Legion pick has been working very, very well for them so far.
Okay, here comes all of Friends. Universe is like, I'm good, no thanks. On the other side of this gank. And they don't catch anybody. Trying to get a hold of Fear, but it's going to be coming up a bit too short.
I'm
While
still
EG
not
are
used
just
to that.
pushing down this bottom lane.
I'm still not used to that Legion Commander cosmetic. I think it's Dragon Knight every time.
And then you have like a Skywrath that looks like Legion Commander.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, and then there's like those sets where it's like Luna and Mirana look the same too. It's like, what happened to just good old Dota?
Cool. Is he gonna be able to set up again once more?
Hiya! Jumps in, flashes that crazy immortal cape in the air, and gets more damage.
4
Boom!
for 4.
227 victories all day for Universe on this one as he advances his damage
he's
up further.
single-handedly destroying the enemy team.
48 bonus damage, and yeah, he's going to start hitting harder than any of the cores on EG right now.
Dota.
The Universe show.
They're probably regretting right now doing that tri-lane and giving free farm. Good 1v1 matchup.
Oh yeah. And the EG looks like they might make moves into the Roche pit now. Lightstone in hand with the Vlads on Fear. There should be really no trouble at all. Beastmaster, as they know, has been on the sidelines and will stay on those sidelines for at least another 10 seconds. And they have Zai who can to creep about and be the, you know, investigator and maybe even instigator.
Friends look like they want to contest, and they're going to have a short window to go here. Alchemist completes his
But
radius.
there's an arrow.
This fight. Oh!
Split the wicket right between. Keeps him back a bit. And
just not decisive.
you know, Friends are moving forward, understanding that EG might know exactly where they are at this moment, but they're still going anyways. Fear's gonna be able to grab it. Alolan Dance is already inside the pit, now stuck under a smoke screen. He's got to run. Him and G hand in hand trying to make it away from the trouble. They look to go for Sumail. Sumail also his way out from the trouble. Now they go for Fear. Omni slash flies, but he's pretty damn fast. He's able to slip his way out. Still wants to move in as he has the Aegis to fight with on his back, while Universe right in the middle of all the action will finally go down. And Sumail, as a response, will pick up the Ogre here. He's now dominating, and that looks like this will be the end of the fight. 10-5 now, but
can we look at the Alchemist here quickly?
Yeah.
Did he? I think they backed up and waited for Alchemist Radiance before they took that fight, or they could have been there a little early and maybe even contested. Yeah, and maybe even contested the Roshan itself.
timing, unfortunately, just a little off there for Friends that they wanted to make a bit of a bigger impact, but they don't stop EG. And EG did get to hold their Aegis. They almost got Fear down, but they'll still be able to hold that extra life. But not enough by Friends if they want to kind of really take reign in this game again. What do you think they need to do, Winner, if they want to really get back in? Like, we recognize that this Legion Commander is a big problem for Friends now. She's clearly the head initiator and can kind of dictate where fights happen at any moment, and it's something that Friends do need to consider. Fear's getting powerful, but he's not too big and scary yet. You can kind of say the same for Sumail. So is this Friends' best chance to kind of make their own presence in the game? And if it is, what do they need to do?
Well, they basically need to do what Universe has been doing, like with the Beastmaster. Pick off, allow the other cores to continue farming. I think mainly the issue right now is using the Hawk better. Like the Hawk has not been utilized very well to scout out movements of especially the Legion. I mean, and they need like better wards, maybe more focus on the lane so you can actually know where the Legion is heading to gank.
Yeah, on the first point you made, it just has not felt like at all that we've been seeing Yoku try to make any setup plays for his team with any roars. It feels like they've had to be more reactive than more proactive.
I mean, even if you're not looking to set up, you have to provide vision for your team to know where it's safe to farm.
Yeah, you really badly need that Huck to counterbalance the vision advantage provided by the Riki and the Lycan Wolves. That was something we talked about in the draft.
Uh-oh. Aloha Dance trying to
There you
casually
go.
do some Ancients, but of course, EG know what's happening here. They're going to allow Universe to lead things off with the duel. Can they burst some downtime for the bonus? Yes, they can. Winner, winner. For Universe, 62 bonus damage comes his way. Jug goes down out for 40 seconds without a buyback, and EG can easily follow this up with a good objective push. And one, if you will, as it looks like it will be the tier 2 tower in the mid lane that will be their target. The rich get richer. And, you know, you can see that Friends are trying their best to split the map a bit. Having Alchemist farm up the top lane during all this.
Yeah, they're always doing this at the expense of someone dying and everyone else just comes out to farm because you know it's safe. Before they see the Legion, everyone is just hiding. It's very difficult to play like a game like this. Alchemist is not far ahead enough as well.
Yeah, he's starting to take over the top net worth spot, but you know, as mentioned before, in a good Alchemist game right now, you'd be seeing him, you know,
Like
50%,
15k or 16k
yeah,
around this time.
much further ahead than the next in the net worth department here. But he's trying to make strides ever since picking up the Radiance. That definitely will help his farm quite a bit. Does okay? He's looking to go for the Manta, so it seems like more of a traditional Alch build-up. Be nice if they somehow found a way to kind of stall it out and get to a point where they could start dishing out some Ags. They have some great Ags people on their team, but I think if EG have a say in how the game goes, I don't know if this is going to be that long of a game.
Yeah, if friends want to come back, they definitely need to draw out the game so you can reach a point where the Axe upgrade for your teammates can be very, very useful, especially for the Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre is like
And
the
you
big
need to
one.
catch the Juggernaut up somehow though too.
Okay.
It's really unfarmed.
Sumail hiding under his
Detection?
new Invis rune. Do they have any vision for him though? Oh, he blinks away, Moonlight Shadow. And it looks like Friends might anticipate some sort of trouble coming their way. They pull out the second they see that. EG, we're en route, but can't quite catch up. An arrow will fly. Doesn't look like it's going to connect with anybody. Friends make it away safely. Uh-oh, I might have spoke too soon. Yoku has been spotted. Universe makes the leapfrog and jumps right on over and gets the Shadow Demon for the easy bonus damage. Yoku, they'll finally take care of him. That's a Beastmaster down, a Shadow Demon down. EG can again, on the back of a good fight, follow up with an objective here if they want. Oh, or straight
He's
to the
gonna
top
get
lane.
his Shadow Blade.
Yeah, Shadow Blade.
They're never going to suspect that they just went right for this Alch. I guess they figured they'd go back for like a Roche or go for the tower instead, but no, they want G. And G is getting body blocked by Zai. That's it. They're actually not going to do anything about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, they have no duel, so not much they can do.
Didn't need them there, it looks like, to get the tier 2 anyways, so they'll take it down regardless.
It's just the Shadow Blade seems a little bit odd to me when you already got Beastmaster most of the way to his Necro 3, and you're already relying heavily on Invis, but
It's still a pretty good item on him. Attack speed and allows you to mainly solo pick off the Alch, which is going to be alone most of the time. Because he's like the only one that would be out on the map to split push to create pressure.
yeah,
So
or the Jug, right? Because you need Alch to keep farming and Jug to catch up.
I mean, overall, it's just a very good item on the hero.
And with that, Friends kind of inch their way back out, but as the economy continues to move on, it's not really favoring them too much here. You can start to see that EG are getting privy to where this Alchemist is trying to side farm a bit. And with Zai continuing on the prowl, you know, and this Legion commander hiding in the dark, Friends are just very nervous to go anywhere outside of home, unless they have a way to make it out safely. That means this is going to be the final tier 2 tower going down though, and suddenly Friends could find themselves suffocated inside their own base if they're not careful.
Dire's top tower is fallen.
I mean, there's not much they can do right now apart from counting on the Hawk to give vision so they understand where it's safe to farm and try to just get any even trade-offs whenever they can. Oh, they have to go back and defend.
Yes, they do.
Alchemist has to come back.
We have a book committed. Fear's moving in. Tier 3, just with a few slashes, it feels like, is almost set to go down entirely with the Wolves, the Howl, the Necro Book. These towers do not stand a chance against the mighty EG. I mean, there is a Universe duel that he's not going to win. Aloha Dance will take the extra damage. They'll get the follow-up kill as they take down 3 at the drop of a hat. It's Friends being able to pull out a hell of a hold.
Yeah, Fear just absolutely dove there for the Shadow Demon.
Oh, I think that was not the play there. He had to help his team behind when they got jumped by the Juggernaut and the Alchemist.
Yeah, I mean, Fear went in deep, but yeah, a lot of friends just jumped over him and then toward the back lines of EG and just punished them.
Yeah, that's going to be extremely crucial for friends winning that fight. Now, it's going to allow them to start to catch up with the Jug and the Alchemist.
And as we can see for Sumail, though, the nice thing for him is he's got that ag, so he can quickly farm up. What's he going for next? I didn't see that recipe. Is it a
Should be
Lincoln's? Lincoln Sphere. Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, that's kind of become his go-to build. He'll often go for Shivas against Illusion Heroes, but none here.
All right. And then Fear, as we know, already got his book 3, so he's hit a good milestone. Okay.
Oop,
That disruption could almost lead to his fall, but they didn't seem to they weren't able to kind of get up and over the hill there in time, and they'll make it away from trouble. Do have to be careful. EG are not allowing friends to safely make it out past the river. I guess unless you're Alk in that bottom lane.
I mean, I guess we could talk about the fact that our friend's going to be able to create the situation that Secret did last night, where you get these unstoppable Alchemist illusions and send them at EG. It just feels like this Alchemist is so far away from that point. I mean, Arteezy was so far ahead last night when they were able to do that.
Another 5 minutes if he doesn't die. Then you give your first Aghanim's to, I guess, the Ogre, and then the Jug.
Yeah. Things get scary. Things don't get as easy for EG, so...
They definitely have pretty good high ground defense though, with Poison plus Acid and the Illusions.
And Ignite.
Well...
You're really trying to keep this Ogre relevant. I like it. But with Ags though, you're right. He does scale a bit.
It's ridiculous, you know, you'll always have that other stun available, and if you stack them both, and let's say if they each get just a ×2 multi, that's more than enough comparable to any other normal stun in the game. And it's pretty likely you'll get much more than at least a two times multiplier, so it could be very, very good. But yeah, EG recognize they do not want to risk getting into that kind of game where this Alk hits critical mass and then start handing out ags for anybody and everybody.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, that was close, but no. Arrow. Attempting to make the jump there. Not happening, but he gets right back into the grind of keeping these lanes, push right back towards friend's side. And Jug going for what looks like a Scotty buildup, so more into the stats game here for him.
Yeah, this build is going to allow him to have a much better chance to survive the Legion initiations. Got more HP, more armor.
Do you think he should be the target for these Legion duels, though? I don't know if there is much of a better target, actually. I mean, if you're not catching the Shadow Demon, he could save anybody inside that duel. So you do have to be careful of that.
That sounds about right. Like, if you can't go for... I mean, you are going to look for SD in team fights, but apart from team fights, Legion is going to be hunting the Alk and the Jug when they are farming the side lanes.
Was that a blink picked up for Zai's Ricky? That's cool. Is it the blink in, smoke screen, and then you blink strike out? Or maybe vice versa, nonetheless?
Yeah, you
That's
can
a fun
even
little item.
blink out after your ulti, so it's very useful for the hero.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like EG are going to make a move in for the next Roche. We'll have to see if friends want to do anything about it. Looks like they're currently in kind of slow siege mode.
Yeah,
let's take it up.
Go down a lot faster than the first one.
Ether Lens. That will help this Shadow Demon be able to get off those disruptions from a safer distance away for anyone who does get dueled, if that is the plan. And that will be the Roche. It's going to be Sumail who picks up your Aegis here. And what do you think? Is this EG's best chance now to try to get closer to closing this game out while you got this Aegis and while you're kind of still in your stride right now? Because time goes on, Alchemist hands over money to all of his friends, the game gets harder.
The longer it goes, the better it's for friends to come back into the game, so...
This is as good as it gets for EG.
Yep, they have to use their timing right now when the Aghanims are still not ready for his team.
Yeah.
Well, he went for the Lincolns actually, for the duel.
Okay.
Okay.
Could be for him, you could also use it on the Alk, so it's very nice. But as Sumail links in, he eats a few shots on the chin. EG are just kind of making their slow approach at this point. I don't know what the striking moment may be or who's going to look to pull the trigger. We have Zai still waiting on the sidelines here. I don't know if he has plans to blink in and set something up or not, but It's either that or what? You're fishing for arrows, trying to get like maybe one nice connection on something, and getting a friend's member out of position. Otherwise, just slow sieging down this tier 3, which is already so low. Splitting the bottom, they're splitting the mid. Friends just kind of stuck inside here. Want to see what they can do to stop EG.
Have they seen the Lincolns on the Juggernaut?
I don't know, he's been hiding far behind, but now he shows himself. He looks to run on in. There's going to be the smoke screen, and EG are going to be able to kind of step all the way off. Tricks of the trade. Helps avoid the stun. And f.r.i.e.n.d.s want the Blade Fury back inside the base. Sumail tries to get in quick to be able to finish off this tier 3 on the back of this glyph. Can they get it down fast? Will it be worth their life for it potentially to get a disruption onto Universe, but looks like they will be able to make it out to safety. I say that, but Universe does get hit with a Purge. There's a Force though, and he's going to be good. Uh-oh, f.r.i.e.n.d.s spinning on in. It looks like he's going to be going for the Omni and hopes to finish out Sumail here. Makes the jump, but Sumail gets the blink off. Unfortunately, that means that PVD is going to have to eat the whole ulti there and soak it all up, but it is just one casualty on the side of EG. Meanwhile, top lane, tier 1 Rax actually goes down.
Likely got the top melee
Yeah.
Rax.
Yep.
It was the decoy all along. And EG are going to be able to get some good work inside the base here, so. And that will help make things be even easier for their next approach. AC done for Fear now. That's a pretty good setup for EG. Only lose the one support and being able to get a Rax down. I don't know if friends are going to walk away from that situation and make sure they kind of keep better tabs on their side lanes, but can't afford to risk falling in those situations over and over and over again.
So they just have to play smarter, like again, like Vision, Beastmaster set up for the gank, and someone like the Alchemist TPs in onto the Boar or the Necrobolt.
Whoa.
Okay.
Very aggressive move here by Sumail.
Yeah, whoa, alright, he makes a move in. He ends up getting the Shadow Demon down. He still has the Aegis. Can he blink? Can he find his way out? Zai's gonna help him out with the Cloud. And they have both made it out safely here. There's a Coconut to suddenly fly in from PPD, and EG think that this is their time to strike. They're looking to swarm in. Can they get a hold of f.r.i.e.n.d.s? He's trying to run, but the books are making chase here. Can they get him? G's going to be the one to get the first kill, taking down Zai. f.r.i.e.n.d.s is still good for now, but he tries to run down south to avoid the trouble, but they end up cleaning them all up. Sumail gets quickly a double kill, and that's going to be 3 down from the side of Friends. EG left standing with an advantage in numbers. Here they come again for round number 2 in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they only lost both of their supports.
Yeah, both have buybacks on the side of Friends, both their Beastmaster and their Jug. And they're going to try with Alk Power, Alk Illusions to try to slow them down.
Juggernaut buyback here.
God, look at that. It's even trouble for Sumail to get these illusions down.
Yeah.
That is infuriating. EG actually not looking to be too heavy on any sort of objective push on the back end of that skirmish though, so.
They have to try to like split them up, because it's very difficult to like 5-man down one lane with the Alchemist Illusions, Shadow Demon. Like what they did before was, I think, the most ideal plan for them.
Yeah.
Try to draw them away, like, and then Lycan goes in for the Rex, and in another lane with the Necrobolt.
We'll have to see if he can do it. There's a Shivas now on Sumail to help with the Alk. Help with the attack speed. And just kind of buff up the armor a bit.
Yeah. Now that the illusions are becoming a serious concern, that Shivas has a lot of value. It's something that he's been doing a lot.
It's a shame the arrow doesn't insta-kill the illusion though, so he'll have to just work with it as it is.
Well, if you ask me, I would prefer Maelstrom to kill the Illusions.
That is a good point. Yep. It is though, yeah. It definitely adds more in the damage from the attack speed disarmament. Okay, look at this. Old Man Fear right from behind. I got your Rax, thank you very much. Because mid lane is where the action is really breaking out. They have a Doom, or a Duel rather, that Universe is actually going to get on the bad end of. They lose their Ogre, but that's the situation you were saying, Winter. That's best for EG. They're able to divert the attention elsewhere and get some base damage done. Yoku very low, able to blink away after the back end of a nice defensive disruption here. And Sumail will quickly hightail it the hell out. And suddenly we see both Racks down the top lane, tier 3 down the bottom. AG continue to make their flood of damage. inside the friend's base.
They just need to do that one more time, and Lycan will be able to most likely get the bottom racks, both the racks.
Exactly. This is, you know, EG may have learned something last time from watching DC let Secret get out of control with their Alchemist. They're chipping away at that dire base, willing to give up some hero kills in exchange for material.
Here comes f.r.i.e.n.d.s. Butt sliding his way towards the enemy, but quickly turns back and away when he sees the trouble coming. Looks like G's gonna have to take that stun. Oh, I like that. That's okay, I got you, buddy. Oh, but ends up into an arrow.
That's a real one.
Whew.
EG don't do anything about it. That would have been ridiculous if they managed to make a big situation out of that, but it looks like friends are going to be fine for now. And they go on their own assault. It feels like it's been a while since we see friends able to kind of move past the river and start to make their own approach for tier 2s. But this seems to be the time. Oh, BKB Papa Universe. I don't know what happened there.
That cannot have been intentional.
That is not ideal. I think he might have been trying to do a Shadow Blade instead or something, but that's a charge down.
Thanks.
And it looks like friends get their tower and they pull away. And there'll be more attention towards the next Roche, I imagine, here.
The Legion is not scaling very well though with this build.
That's
like
concern.
that's why I'm not very sure about this build. Like the builds that allow Legion to scale is like maybe you get an AC after your Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but it's kind of awkward in this game, right?
But
Because
Lycan got it.
your AC
Lycan
there.
got it. So the other like damage items would be like either Deso or
Well, you can still get Maelstrom or Mjolnir on the Legion commander to help with clearing those illusions out.
yeah. Like the BKB doesn't really help him too much against like the Jug or the Elk. I mean it's great versus the Ogre, but I don't know. I think the Legion this game needs to be able to scale much better. Because the Mirana and the Lycan might not be able to do enough like physical damage against the Jug and the Elk. That's why they have to be splitting them up, trying to use the Lycan to backdoor the other racks because they can't really fight head on anymore.
All right, looks like we're getting back underway now. And we left our score 18-13. EG somewhat in control of the game here, but as time does progress, the Friends lineup does get stronger and stronger. The Alchemist get his critical mass point.
Yeah, if they don't get another second set of racks, it'll be very, very
And that's the first Ags.
dangerous for them.
Who is gonna get it? Is it gonna be you? Is it gonna be Ogre? Ogre. No,
Jug?
it's the Jug.
I mean, it's still pretty good for Jug. The cooldown is very
but
nice.
it's better for Ogre, I think.
If your Ogre has a little bit more farm than 3k net worth, then yeah, probably.
But now we get a big Mighty Omni Slash here to work with your friends. Some additional stats.
Yeah. Even just the stats are not bad at this
What?
stage of the game.
What?
Huh.
Octarine what?
Oh, didn't even notice that. Suddenly Sumail with an Octarine Core on Mirana, looking to
Is this even the build?
just Starstorm every frickin' second. Does it lower the cooldown of the automatic
I don't know.
one?
Probably yes.
Yeah, I mean, it lowers the cooldown basically everything, except for charge-based abilities.
Again, though, you know, passing on options like Maelstrom.
I don't know, man. It's like gonna put the Mirai into like a full spellcaster without
Yeah,
much physical
Definitely
damage.
no huge damage there, but I guess you got Universe to do that for you.
Well, he's not even doing that much damage. Like if you look at his progression of items.
Who, Universe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's really got a pick-off build going.
I don't know, man. I think they're gonna struggle
Now
to
it's
kill
like
heroes.
well,
They-
what if he's like opting like they just want to get
They-
tankier and
They don't have enough damage to kill them. Like that's the problem now. Like
well, maybe they don't need to kill him. They just need to get him away from the base and not die, so that way Fear can move in and do all the work. I don't know. I mean, you're right. They are going to be lacking in the
I don't
DPS
know.
department.
Yeah.
they need to send Lycan all the way to bottom and Legion come back to defend. I don't think they should do this. Like head-on fight seems to be much favorable for friends right now. They are hitting their timings. They have enough items on the Elk, on the Jug, and like Bloodlust, you know. Those cores are very scary now.
There is wave clear on the side of EG, so it's not too easy to breach into the EG base with the Ricky running about, with both Legion Commander and Mirana to help clear out the waves. A
Why are you
Coconut.
making Jug illusions to the Elk?
You'll never suspect the Jug Illusion, so they'll definitely bait into that one. That's why. Uh-oh. Here we go. Universe looks for a target behind, but Instant Destruction is going to be canceling the majority of that dual hold right there, while on the other side, G is making his own move in, trying to isolate and lock down Fear, the lycanthrope, but he's able to race away. Heads down south and will avoid the trouble. Sumail leaps out of the trouble, but they are going to be able to get the grab on PPD. He's first to go down. Both him and Yoku will be out of this fight. Friends, step back.
They're not like killing anyone like of the important heroes. Like they're just way too tanky right now. EG do not have enough damage to kill them. This is becoming a huge problem for them.
How much would you say that this could possibly be the itemization of EG?
Oh, it is the
A lot.
itemization. It is the itemization.
Yeah.
But man, he can clear down waves very fast.
Yeah. Sure.
Look at,
And he gets all his health back from it.
they know better than we do, but they made a it feels like they made a calculated decision to go items that were going to be able to push waves in, facilitate the split push, and just try and get enough material inside the Dire base that when these Alpha Illusions finally got super scary and came online, it wouldn't matter. But I start to worry now that they missed that
I
timing.
mean, it's already at the point where they're not going to be able to kill the alchemists.
Right.
So they might have just missed their timing to at least get 2 sets of racks, because I feel at this time with their lineup, without 2 sets of racks, it's just very dangerous against the alchemists. Next Aghanims for the Ogre, perhaps?
Alright. Looks like they found
Okay.
said Ogre, and they'll be able to take him down. And Sumail is godlike now with that kill, but I don't know, it's just an Ogre, not enough to really allow them to easily make their way into the base here. And to the fortune of EG, it's not easy for Friends to make it out for the base though. They've already lost a good set of racks, so they always have to kind of get back to their bearings and make sure these lanes are pushed out before they can make any sort of advancement themselves. Taking advantage of this window of time, EG move into the Roche pit in hopes of claiming the Aegis. Friends around the corner, sending in Jug Illusions here, and Alpha Illusions. And I guess that's enough for EG to kind of step off. Zai spots him, drops a smoke, blinks out from there. Sumail tries to land an arrow, not going to be able to get the connection.
They have Beastmaster Hawk here. This position is very favorable for Friends. They have the vision advantage around this area.
Yeah, EG obviously not happy about the situation. They pull out entirely and will look to take their business elsewhere. Oh, I say that, but arrow flies here and we'll connect onto Aloha Dance.
They need another distraction for Lycan to get the racks.
Yeah. Lycan it looks like he's heading up there with Zai potentially. Oh, it's PPD company. They all head top, while Sumail's dancing with them in the mid lane. Come play with me. Don't pay attention to your base.
So I think they might need the Legion to do that as well, like duel someone, hopefully creates enough time. I guess if they want to do that, getting an Aghanims next would be probably the best item for them to create a good distraction.
Why is Lycan top?
I'm not sure though.
He's got to go in quick, get the tier 4s, and the game. Like, I don't know, it's like the one-way ticket to get in and the game as fast as possible.
He has to be very close to the racks. As soon as anything happens, just run into the enemy base and try to get the racks.
I don't think so though. It looks like he's heading all the way to that side shop to get something else.
They have Glyph again now, so they have to bait
Yeah.
the Glyph out one time and then go for the racks the next time.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's tough. That's tough. I mean,
Yeah, it is tough at this point.
With the situation they're in now, it's a jam.
Still, how about Sumail keeping up in farm with a Radiance?
Yeah,
out?
but you don't have.
Oh, I know. It's not going to be
Yeah,
enough.
he's like, he hits creeps really well. A lot of them fast, with a lot of spells that happen to come with Octarine Core. But does he do enough damage and do enough work to the Alk, to the Jug?
That's the first Roshan for Friends, right?
Yep.
The whole game.
Oh boy.
Oh,
and this is like the first lead that Friends are getting into since the start of this game. Uh-oh. And let's not forget, this is game 3 elimination match for both teams. Whoever loses this is done in Star Ladder.
This ain't looking good.
Not for EG. For Friends, looks like we could be seeing another G interview very soon.
Maybe becoming a good luck charm. I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I mean, the
Yeah,
long.
just talk about how, you know, you're not gonna be able to succeed in this tournament, and you'll probably continue to get wins.
Oh.
Oh, PPD.
Boy, we've been saying all game long that the dual pickoffs have been there, the roar pickoffs not so much, but there you go.
But this is just getting even more difficult for EG. Legion stopped scaling, the pickoff stopped. Now team fight.
Yeah, Ricky doesn't feel super effective
team
right
fight's
now.
pretty much in Friend's favor right now. The head-on fights, it's very difficult for EG to even do that. So there's only one option, which is to try and distract and send the Lycan to backdoor.
Yeah. You've even seen Sumail hit a couple big long-distance arrows on the Jug and the Alk, and as long as the team's around them, they're just not strong enough to fight, even off a 5-second arrow.
Well, if he had other items, maybe they had a better chance to kill stuff after he lands an arrow. But with that item build, it's just very difficult for them to kill the Alchemist or the Jug.
Oh man. And this is Alchemist on your doorstep, bull rushing into your base.
Radiant's top tower.
Okay, lead in.
I mean,
You know, it's been a quirky series, especially for Sumail.
okay, Lycan needs them to create a distraction. He's waiting at bottom lane. Let's go.
There's the
Team,
siege.
distract the
Cloud,
enemy.
they're doing anything they can. Lycan is on a mission, trying to find a way to get EG back into this game via crazy backdoor. Friends begin their assault down the mid.
Shadow Demon just pinged to the bottom lane. They know they're gonna send somebody back to
Yeah,
the
they're
front.
like, I don't think so. She's already there.
EG is slowly but surely losing control of the game.
And yet another Aghanim Scepter ready from the Alk.
Finally.
Ogre.
For the ogre.
For the ogre. And then it's all ogre now.
Oh, he already has one. Okay.
Oh, okay then. Someone else is about to get Okay. How you doing?
Yep, so tanky.
He's got buyback. Yeah.
Was he forced into that roar? That looked very violent. Another Ags. Holy crap. Friends are loaded now. Here they come. Down this mid lane. What the hell are EG going to do about it? Fears at the top lane.
I mean,
Posturing up.
buy back the Mirana, that's the first thing.
That's step one. Okay, Sumail's here now. Goes in, drops a Starstorm.
They're
leaps
gonna lose
back
the
out.
Rax.
Rax going down though. Yep.
Radiant's middle
And this is going to be Friends on the verge. Are they going to do it? 2 straight upsets. Friends. By
And
friendship
Fear,
power
yeah,
only.
Fear just botted from the dire jungle down to try and push that, furiously try and push that bottom lane.
He's in the
Reply.
He
base
needs a
now.
distraction. He needs a distraction.
He's going. They don't pop the glyph yet, it looks like. He's going in. There's the glyph now. And there's already one TP back out here. Okay,
Oh, the duel.
Universe trying his best to slow everyone down from making it back inside the base. He
Oh,
is going to
both
manage to
Rax
take
go
down
down.
both set of Rax. Okay.
Old man Dota.
He's so freaking old.
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Oh,
no!
he
No!
is dead. They're going to break his old man hip.
Well, boom! I know how that feels.
I broke my hip twice today. Not so good for EG here. It's a valiant effort. Are they still in this, though, with just so much base damage they've already been able to do?
I mean, considering the situation,
I mean, now it's
they
just
got a
all in, go.
one for one Rax trade.
Yeah, considering the situation, it's a hell of a trade, but I just don't know that it's enough.
Roar for PPD. Takes him out. Ow. Buybacks are available for both PPD
They're gonna be forced to buy back.
and for Lycan. They have to buy back, they have to defend, and then they have to boot to travel their way back to the other side and try to end the game.
There's no creeps on the Dire base, so
Yeah,
that's-
you can't bounce out in base race.
Get out there, Zai, run. Start running over the other side of the base. They're trying their best to slow them down. That's going to be Fear's buyback. He has
a wolf out
He has a wolf left out there. He has boots to travel
Oh
the other
my
side.
God.
He is going to consider about moving in
I don't
and
know
making
that
this
they
a
expect
race.
this.
This is their only option.
he needs a distraction.
They need to hold up. There is no glyph either on the side of Friends. What is the distraction going to be? That's it. They're making their move, and so is Fear heading into the base while Universe tries to go for a duel. They got the disruption to slow it down. Universe tries his best to hold as long as he can. He's going to be doing the buyback thing. Comes back in. Fear's already in, going for the jugular here. Is he going to be able to do it for his team? It's going to be Megas and
He's not
Megas.
fast enough.
And yeah, Friends do it so fast. They're going to get down now. They're going to go for tier 4s.
They leave the
And
Rax
they're
alive
already
with
in.
like 2 HP.
Sumail and Fear, the two of them trying their best to race against the Friends. The Friends
this
know
is
that
gonna
it's
be-
coming down to this. They both are going to be going for tier 4s, but Friends look to
it's
do it
not
just
enough.
that much faster. And they're on the way of pulling out the upset. EG are set to be eliminated here from Star Ladder if there's nothing they can do about this. And it looks like they can't. The Friends have done it. They have eliminated EG from Star Ladder.
in a base race, the last remaining NA team goes home.
I mean, nice Octarine core build. Not gonna help him killing buildings there. Oh,
Wow. What a game, guys.
Can't wait for G's next interview. That's for sure.
No kidding.
Right?
Get that boy up for a post
When
game.
you come in and you got nothing to lose, maybe that's when you play some of your better Dota.
Unbelievable, and G finishing just a hair shy of that 1,000 GPM mark, but getting all he needs to done for his team. All right, guys, we'll take a couple-minute break, and we'll come back on the post-game show for this series. Let's go ahead. Let's
make
watch
sure
the team shaking hands.
Catch
Absolutely.
the good sportsmanship here. EG, let's give them props. You know, they come in. We have not seen these guys since the qualifier. We did not know what to expect. What have they been doing? Who have they been scrimming? And what kind of strats are they going to bring in? Well, they brought in some clowny-ass stuff. They brought in the mid lane Oracle, mid lane AA, but they will be eliminated here in round number 2.
But the third, the first 2 games, all about the pocket strats and the unusual mids, but that third game, they play it straight up, and the most dramatic finish we've had of the tournament so far.
Yeah, it's a shame Draskell missed it all.
Oh, poor guy.
I hope he's feeling well.
All right, this time we are going to take a very short break. We'll be back with a short panel segment breaking down the post game in this series, and we will be halfway through the day. We'll get you right into our winners bracket final coming up next.